Welcome, my dear students. So excited again to see you in another episode of our program for English language for first preparatory under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. أهلا بكم أعزائي الطلبة في حلقة جديدة من حلقات برنامجنا للغة الإنجليزية للصف الأول الإعدادي تحت رعاية وإشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. As you know, we are going to complete Unit 8, The Amazing World Around Us. In the previous parts, we have covered the comparative forms of adjectives, how we can talk about the measurements, and how we can talk about amazing and wonderful places like Tahya Masr Bridge, like all the amazing and wonderful places that we can see. Today, we are going to complete Unit 8, and let's start. Today, I think our episode will be so funny and so interesting because we have a lot of wonderful texts to read and to listen to today. Okay, we have texts for about the Great Museum of Egypt, the Great Egyptian Museum, and we have texts about the wonders, the 7 wonders of the world, and also we are going to take the grammar part, which is about the superlative adjective. Okay, we will start with the listening part, and in the listening part we have some dialogues between some students, and through these dialogues we are going to hear how to make a question to ask about the opinion of someone. Okay, let's start. Girl 1, which subject do you think is more difficult, English or science? Which subject do you think is more difficult, English or science? أنت بتعتقد مين اللانجوج الأصعب أو السبجكت المادة الأصعب، الإنجليش ولا الساينس؟ In my opinion, English is the most difficult of all. I disagree with him, but okay. In my opinion, English is the most difficult of all. في رأيي الشخصي English هو الأصعب بين كل المواد. Another dialogue, I think Dahab had the most beautiful beach in Egypt. Do you? دي طريقة another way to ask about the opinion. أنا هنا I'm telling you about my opinion, then I'm asking about yours. Okay? I think Dahab had the most beautiful beach in Egypt. Do you? أنت كمان بتعتقد نفس الرأي ولا لأ؟ I agree. أنا كمان متفق معاك وبقول إن هي كمان less crowded، يعني الأقل في الزحمة. It's the least crowded. Girl 3, what's your opinion of ice skating؟ إيه رأيك؟ What's your opinion of ice skating? Do you agree that it's more dangerous than mountain climbing? أنت بتعتقد إن الآيس سكيتنج التزحلق على الجليد أخطر من الماونتن كلايمبينج أو تسلق الجبال؟ I am afraid I don't agree. أنا أخشى إن أنا متعارض معاكي في الرأي ده، أنا مش شايف كده. Boy 3, what do you think about the new TV show؟ إيه رأيك في النيو TV show؟ I think it is the funniest show on TV right now. أعتقد إن هو ألطف برنامج موجود على التيفي دلوقتي. تمام؟ يبقى by this listening dialogue we can know how to ask about the opinion of someone. لما بنحب نسأل عن رأي شخص، إيه الطرق اللي ممكن نسأل بيها. Okay? Complete the sentence according to the listening. Which space do you think is more? A, English or space? Hey, which? Of course, which subject? أي مادة. إحنا قلنا when I want to ask to ask you to choose between 2 options، تختار بين 2 options، I can ask with the WH question word which. لو أنا بخيرك which subject do you think is more? Excellent. Is more difficult. تمام، لأن difficult إحنا do you remember? Difficult is a long adjective. Okay? يبقى it should be preceded by more if I want to use it in the comparative form. English or science. Super. In my opinion, space is A of all. In my opinion, space is A of all. In my opinion, English is the most difficult of all. أنا هنا I'm using بقى the superlative form. لا، هو مش بس أصعب من الساينس، لا. It's the English is the most difficult. أصعب واحد في كل المواد. طيب, number 3, I think دهب has the most beautiful beaches in Egypt. Do you? أنا شايف إن دهب عندها أحلى الشواطئ. تمام؟ I agree it's also the least crowded. الأقل دوشة. What's your opinion of ice skating? Do you agree that it's more super dangerous than the mountain climbing? أنت بتعتقد إن هي أخطر من الماونتن climbing؟ I'm afraid I don't agree. إحنا قلنا if I want to say that I disagree with someone ما ينفعش أقولها كده in a direct way. I have to make it a little bit politer. يعني محتاجة تبقى ألطف شوية. Okay? To be nicer. فهقول I'm afraid. أنا خايف. I don't agree. أنا مش متفق معك. What do you think about the new TV show? I think it is the funniest. It is the funniest show on TV. طيب. Ask these questions and answers with your opinion. Looks, famous buildings, holiday places, school subjects. Here we have some things, and I have to form questions and answer with my opinion. Like the example in the photo كده. Look at the picture please. What is the best book you can think of? إيه أحسن كتاب أنت تقدر تفكر فيه and why. You have to justify your answer. أنت لازم تقول لي ليه. To mention the reason. In my opinion it's Gulliver's Travel. بالنسبة لي أحسن كتاب هو Gulliver's Travels. مغامرات Gulliver's because it's very exciting. مشوق جدا. I disagree. I'm sure modern books are better. أنا بقى شايف العكس. I'm sure modern books البوكس الأكثر حداثة بتبقى much better أو أحسن. What is the best famous buildings you can think of and why? إيه بالنسبة لك أحسن famous buildings اللي أنت ممكن تفكر فيها؟ بالنسبة لي one of the most important, famous, popular, great buildings are the pyramids of Giza. In my opinion, the pyramids of Giza are the best famous buildings. They are magnificent, هم عظماء, and a proof for how Egypt was a great country. وكمان هم دليل عظيم على قد إيه إن ancient Egypt أو مصر القديمة كانت a great country, بلد عظيم. What is the best holiday places that you can recommend? إيه أحسن best places؟ إيه أحسن الأماكن اللي أنت ممكن to recommend ترشحها لي؟ I think Hurghada because it's so beautiful with wonderful weather, awesome beaches and lots of activities. أنا بالنسبة لي الغردقة. Okay, I'm talking about my favorite. الغردقة and I have to justify my answer. ليه بالنسبة لي هي الأحسن؟ It's awesome. هي رائعة with wonderful weather. جوها رائع and awesome beaches والشواطئ بتاعتها رائعة and a lot of activities. أقدر أعمل فيها activities كتير. What is the best school subject you can think of? For me, English is the best subject as you can use it in different aspects of life. طبعاً. English يا ولاد it's not an easy أو it's not an ordinary subject. It's a language which you can use in different aspects of life. بتستخدمها في كل المجالات اللي في الحياة. Okay? To communicate with other people, to work, to even to surf on the internet. Okay? عشان كده it is the best subject and the most useful subject for us. طيب. اللايف سكيلز بقى يا ولاد عندنا respecting different opinions. اوكي؟ يعني ايه respecting different opinions؟ We have to know that we have to respect each others. احنا لازم نحترم بعض. اوكي؟ If we have different opinions, different ideas, different thoughts, it doesn't mean that we are enemies. احنا مش معنى ان احنا مختلفين في الرأي. It means that we are enemies. احنا أعداء. اوكي؟ No. I can have my own opinion and you will have a different opinion and we have to respect each other and we have to respect the different opinions. لازم نحترم الآراء المختلفة. We have to be tolerant. What's the meaning of the word tolerant؟ يعني بنتقبل الأشياء المختلفة أو بنتقبل الآراء الأخرى. تمام؟ Remember that it's important to be polite when you give your opinion. If I want to show that I disagree with you, it doesn't have to be rude. Okay? مش معناها إني أحاول أبقى وقح. لأ. I can express my opinion but in a polite way. Now we are going to have some sentences, and these sentences express our opinion. Okay? And we have to write the letter T اللي هي its abbreviation for true next to the polite ways of disagreeing. How to be able to disagree with someone but at the same time to be polite. I don't feel the same as you about that. أنا للأسف مش حاسس نفس الإحساس تجاه الشيء ده بتاعك. Exactly. This is a polite way. أنا ما ينفعش أقول I disagree with you. You're wrong. What you're saying is incorrect. لأ طبعا. Okay? I don't feel the same as you about that. أنا ما عنديش نفس المشاعر تجاه الموضوع ده. يبقى of course this is polite. You're wrong. You're wrong. This is incorrect. This is طبعا غلط. ما ينفعش حتى لو أنا مختلف مع شخص ما ينفعش أقول له you're wrong. In my opinion. You can respect the other opinion and you can listen to the person who is talking to you, but at the end you can say in my opinion بقى I think كذا. في رأيي الشخصي أعتقد كذا. For me بالنسبة لي I think كذا. تمام؟ Of course true. I'm sorry but I don't have the same opinion. أنا آسف بس أنا ما عنديش نفس الرأي بتاعك. I'm sorry but I don't have the same opinion. أنا مختلف معاك في الرأي. Of course true. What? No way. What is that? This is ridiculous. يعني you have to be polite while you are talking to someone. مش معنى even he's speaking حتى لو بيتكلم بطريقة غلط. But you have to respect, to show respect يا ولاد. It's very important to show respect. يبقى what? No way. طبعا this is غلط. I'm not sure about that. أنا مش متأكد. I'm not sure about that. أنا مش متأكد إن اللي حضرتك بتقوله ده صح. تمام؟ This is true. تمام؟ يبقى this is a very important advice or a note that we have to focus on in our daily life. لازم we have to know how to deal with others. إزاي بنتعامل مع الآخرين. How to show respect to them. تمام؟ Okay. I'm afraid that the last one. أنا أخشى. I'm afraid that. Okay. Now we are going to move to another part of our session, which is the grammar. And يعني for me, grammar is the most interesting part. Okay? And today we are going to talk about the superlative form of adjectives. In the previous episode, we talked together about the comparative forms, and today we are going to complete our lesson by talking about the superlative form of adjectives. And to be able to illustrate it more, let's go to the whiteboard. Okay. As we explained in the previous session, we were talking about the comparative forms of adjectives. And we said that we have two types of adjectives. We have short and we have long adjectives. Okay? And with each type, we have different way to change to the superlative form of adjective. Let's say with the short adjectives, I have to use the EST. يعني إيه؟ إحنا قلنا الشورت adjectives اللي هي adjectives that includes or consist of more one or two syllables. Okay? يعني for example لو عندي adjective tall. تمام؟ Tall is a short adjective. If I want to change to the comparative, I'll I'll add ER. تمام؟ طيب if I want to change it to the superlative هعمل ايه؟ I'll add EST to be tallest. تمام؟ اوكي. طيب لو عندنا برضو the same I have an adjective big and big ends with consonant as you know and preceded by vowel. هنا هعمل ايه؟ I have to double the consonant. يبقى هتبقى biggest then add the est. تمام؟ and before the adjective I have to use the. تمام؟ يبقى هتبقى the biggest. the biggest. Okay? تمام. طيب if I have an adjective ends with y, what should I do? زي ما قلنا I have to cross the y. يعني لو عندنا مثلا dry هعمل ايه؟ I have to cross the y and add IEST تبقى driest. يبقى هتبقى the driest. the driest. تمام؟ يعني the driest اللي هي الأجف أو الأنشف. طيب إحنا إمتى بنستخدم ال superlative form؟ if I want to compare between one and a group. يعني إيه؟ لو أنا بقول هنا the tallest هستخدم إمتى the tallest when I want to compare between someone or a person or a thing and a group. يعني أقول for example أحمد is the tallest boy in the class. in the class. تمام؟ يبقى أحمد is the tallest boy in the class. أنا هنا I'm comparing أحمد to all the students in the class. فبقارن بينه وبين group. يبقى عشان كده بستخدم ال superlative اللي هي بعملها ازاي with the short adjective. I have to use EST to add EST to the positive form of adjective and it should be preceded by the. تمام؟ أوكي. بعد كده لو أنا عندي بقى long adjectives. long adjectives أوكي في الحالة دي اللي هم more than 2 syllables. يعني زي ما قلنا beautiful, expensive, crowded, interesting. في الحالة دي هعمل إيه؟ I have to use the plus most plus the long adjective. يعني هقول مثلا دينا is the most beautiful girl in the group. تمام؟ دينا هي أجمل بنت في المجموعة. أوكي؟ طيب بعد كده عندنا بقى ال irregular verbs irregular adjectives. زي إيه؟ زي for example إحنا قلنا good دي ال positive form. لما أحب أحولها لل superlative هتبقى the best. يعني إيه؟ يعني أحمد is the best student in the class. أحمد أحسن ولد في الكلاس. تمام؟ أوكي. bad هتبقى the worst. أسوأ. أوكي؟ for example أي حد مثلا خالد is the worst boy. خالد أسوأ ولد. خالد is the worst boy in the class. تمام؟ بعد كده far هتبقى the farthest. تمام؟ بعد كده much و many هيبقوا excellent the most. much and many هيبقوا the most. طيب little و a little هيبقوا the least. little هتبقى the least. تمام؟ This is the least price I can get a home in this time. يعني ده أقل سعر أقدر أشتري بيه I can buy a house or a home in this time. ده أقل سعر أقدر أشتري بيه حاجة. the least الأقل. تمام؟ طيب let's try to read this together. أهو. For example, the superlative of adjectives. We use superlative adjectives to compare more than two things. عشان نقارن بين أكتر من حاجتين. short adjective high هتبقى the highest. fast هتبقى who can tell me? Excellent. The fastest. The fastest. Okay. Busy هتبقى but please concentrate. Busy ends with Y. يبقى هتبقى the busiest. The busiest. تمام؟ Popular عشان دي long adjective هتبقى the most أو the least popular. Expensive هتبقى برضو the most or the least expensive. far هتبقى the farthest. good هتبقى excellent. the best. the best. and bad the worst زي ما قلنا. تمام؟ okay. Let's very quickly say the superlative form of these adjectives. beautiful هتبقى the most beautiful. cheap the cheapest. dangerous the most dangerous. deep the deepest. empty the most the emptiest أو the most empty. low the lowest. long the longest. narrow the narrowest. old the oldest. quiet the quietest. safe the safest. ugliest the ugliest. the widest and the most modern. okay تمام. Some people think math is the most difficult subject of all. أنا هنا بقارن between الماث والother difficult والother subject. the most difficult. طيب but I think is easier than social studies. أنا هنا بعمل comparison between two. الماث والsocial studies يبقى هحط easier. I am short than my brother but my sister is A in our family. يبقى I am أنا هنا بعمل comparison between two. I and my brother. يبقى هحط طبعا comparative. يبقى هتبقى I am shorter than. I am shorter than. طيب هنا but my sister is the tallest girl. ليه the tallest in our family؟ بقارن بينها وبين group. The tallest girl in our family. 3. Ice skating is safe than skiing. هنا between two يبقى comparative يبقى is safer. super is safer. But mountain climbing is the most dangerous. طب ليه عملتها superlative؟ The most dangerous sport of all group. It's also the most expensive sport. هي كمان أغلى رياضة. Got it? I think now we can differentiate correctly between the comparative and the superlative forms of adjective. I hope that you got all the information we have covered during this session. And thank you so much and see you next time, inshallah. Bye.